Welcome, friends! If you're preparing for the IELTS exam, this video is for you. In this video, you'll find model writing task responses on the topic of travel. Each response hits the required word count and demonstrates the clarity, structure, and language that IELTS examiners expect. Watch to see how strong answers are built and boost your own band score. Example 1. In many countries, tourism is a major part of the economy, but it also causes environmental damage and ruins the places it exploits. It is argued that tourists should pay an additional tax to compensate for this damage. Do you agree? Answer. In many countries, tourism plays an important role in economic growth. However, it can also cause environmental damage and harm local communities. Some people argue that tourists should pay an additional tax to compensate for these negative effects. I partly agree with this view. On the one hand, tourism can place heavy pressure on natural and cultural sites. Large numbers of visitors may lead to pollution, waste, and damage to historical landmarks. Popular destinations often suffer from overcrowding, which affects both the environment and the quality of life for local residents. An additional tourist tax could provide financial support for environmental protection, waste management, and infrastructure maintenance. The money collected could be used to preserve natural parks, protect wildlife, and restore damaged cultural heritage sites. On the other hand, introducing extra taxes may discourage visitors and reduce tourism income. In some developing countries, tourism is a key source of employment and national revenue. Higher costs might cause tourists to choose other destinations, which could harm local businesses. Furthermore, not all environmental problems are caused solely by tourists. Poor management and lack of regulation may also contribute to the damage. In my opinion, tourists should contribute financially to the protection of the places they visit, but the tax should be reasonable and transparent. Governments must ensure that the collected money is used effectively for environmental conservation and local development. In conclusion, while tourism brings economic benefits, it can also cause environmental harm. A carefully managed tourist tax can help balance these effects and promote sustainable tourism. Example 2. Some people think the advantages of international tourism outweigh its disadvantages. To what extent do you agree? Answer. International tourism has grown rapidly in recent decades, connecting countries and cultures more than ever before. While it brings certain disadvantages, I strongly agree that its advantages outweigh the drawbacks when it is managed responsibly. One major advantage of international tourism is economic growth. Tourism creates jobs in hotels, restaurants, transport, and entertainment industries. It also generates income for local businesses and increases government revenue through taxes. In many developing countries, tourism is a key source of foreign currency, which supports national development. Furthermore, tourism encourages investment in infrastructure such as airports, roads, and public facilities, which also benefits local residents. Another important benefit is cultural exchange. When people travel abroad, they learn about different traditions, languages, and lifestyles. This can promote mutual understanding and reduce cultural misunderstandings. Tourists may also share their own culture, creating opportunities for global cooperation and friendship. However, international tourism can have negative effects. Overcrowding may lead to environmental damage, pollution, and the destruction of natural habitats. In some cases, local traditions may be commercialized or changed to satisfy tourists. Rising living costs in popular tourist areas can also affect local communities. Despite these disadvantages, I believe the benefits are greater overall. With proper planning, such as limiting visitor numbers and promoting sustainable practices, environmental damage can be reduced. Governments can also ensure that tourism development respects local culture. In conclusion, although international tourism has some negative impacts, its economic and cultural benefits are more significant. Therefore, I agree that its advantages outweigh its disadvantages when managed carefully. Example 3. It is said that travel broadens the mind. What can we learn by traveling to other countries? Should we first explore our own countries? Answer. It is often said that travel broadens the mind because it allows people to experience different cultures and ways of life. Traveling to other countries can provide valuable lessons, but exploring one's own country is also important. In my opinion, both forms of travel offer unique benefits. When people travel abroad, they are exposed to new languages, traditions, and social customs. This experience can increase cultural awareness and tolerance. For example, observing how people in other countries celebrate festivals or organize their daily lives helps travelers understand that there are many different ways to live. In addition, international travel can improve communication skills, especially when people need to use a foreign language. It also encourages independence and problem-solving, as travelers must adapt to unfamiliar environments. However, exploring one's own country should not be overlooked. Many people are not fully aware of the history, geography, and cultural diversity within their homeland. Domestic travel is often more affordable and accessible, making it possible for more people to appreciate national heritage sites and natural landscapes. Understanding one's own culture can create a stronger sense of identity and pride. In my view, it is beneficial to explore both. People may start by discovering their own country, which builds a foundation of cultural understanding. After that, traveling abroad can further expand their perspective and deepen their appreciation of global diversity. In conclusion, traveling to other countries teaches cultural awareness, communication skills, and adaptability. Nevertheless, exploring one's homeland is equally valuable, and ideally, individuals should experience both types of travel. Thanks for watching, and we hope these IELTS writing examples were helpful for your study. Keep practicing, stay confident, and good luck with your IELTS exam.